by the way, welcome everyone who is with us today, who will be looking us on YouTube as a recording. Please tell me in the chat, guys, how long ago or for how much time have you been supporting Dr. Yunitskiy and his string transportation technology? It's very important for me to understand that. So in other words, for how many years have you been in the project? I see your feedback and you can see me and hear me well. Good. 12 years, someone says. 11 years since 2017, 2016, 2014, 18, 15, 16. 2016, 16, 2020 from day one. 5 years, 7 years since 2014, investor since 2015. Someone says from day one. Oh, dear colleagues, thank you very much for such active feedback from you. And it's very good that we have old-timers as well here, because the information that I'm going to share with you will be very important for everyone. And you will be helping me with my part of the speech, because the answer to my next question will make it all clear. So who of you is actively supporting the project, but not just like an investor, but supporting also in advertising, in promoting, in spreading the word? Do we have such people here who spread the word and not just support with money? It's very good that we have quite a lot of people who have been supporting the technology for quite some time now. While you're writing, let me remind you and also introduce myself. My name is Dmitry Slusar. I am an investor into the UST technology and have been from day one, from its implementation through crowd investing since 2014, from February of 2014. I'm kind of one of the first few hundreds of people who registered on the platform back then. It was RSW Systems platform. And since then, I have been regularly supporting the technology, and not just an investor, but also as an active partner who has been promoting, pushing the technology forward, advertising it, spreading the word. Well, in short, in one of the funds, I had more than 10,000 people in my team, in my structure, which is just a proof that I haven't been sitting on my hands. I can't say that it's quite a lot, more than 10,000 people, but it's quite a considerable number of people with a total funds raised of $500,000. And then, while I've been following that path of promoting the technology, I faced quite a lot of difficulties, lots of different difficulties. Let me cover a few ground rules, the rules that Maxim mentioned. Please use Google Translator to give your answers, your feedback in Russian right away, because it will be easier and faster for us to communicate. So instead of me translating everything that is not in Russian in Google Translate, I kindly ask you to do it, okay? And today we are going to talk about something very important for me personally, but I'm sure also for everyone else, especially those who are here today with us and who are actively promoting the technology since the very beginning. Dear colleagues, those of you who were in the first focus group, I would like to ask you, if possible, if you have been watching me, and if you are here, please support me in the chat, especially if you share in my opinion, in my thoughts. And also, please make yourselves known too in the chat, especially if what I'm saying resonates with you, okay? So guys, you have been in a project for quite some time, and let's imagine that you won't need to explain, you don't need to explain Dr. Yunitskiy's idea for hours. All you have to do is to open your app on the phone and show them the UST technology of the future so that they can see that technology with their own eyes here and now in their location. This is what Admix Reality does. It turns presentation into a captivating adventure. And I'm not just saying that. You will see it yourselves by seeing the feedback people give. With that tool, UST technology comes into life here and now, on your table even, in any location where you are. In in a couple of minutes, a person gets this wow effect. Skepticism turns into intrigue, interest, and they start asking you questions about it. And now I will share real stories, numbers, and facts coming from the first focus group, results that will prove the power of such outcome. I have two laptops here. I will be turning my head from one to another to, in order, instead of switching between tabs, okay? And I would like to start from a story of Earl Karriedge. It's a person that many of you guys know, a person from the Netherlands. This guy, despite being practically blind, not being able to see anything, I know when I every time I realize that I have shivers down my spine, but it didn't prevent him from making Admix Reality crystal clear to everyone else. He became one of the first users of Admix Reality app, and for me personally, Earl is a legend, and he is an ambassador of Admix Reality. And let me point out right away that I'm not mentioning people, new users. I'm talking about Earl, who've been using it for years and who's been doing it regularly, on a regular basis. And despite the fact that he has certain limited capabilities in terms of sight, he has to use a walking cane. Nevertheless, these guys still uses Admix Reality to achieve huge results. What kind of results I'm talking about? 50 registrations in his first line, partners and investors. Geography-based visualization, I will show you what it means. So he can visualize Netherlands, Belarus, the Czech Republic, the United Arab Emirates, and other countries were part of his visualizations. And the key point of Earl, based on his observations, is that our brain does not really differentiate between reality and 3D. And this is the power of Admix Reality. And this is really so. And you will see it based from the feedback that I will be reading out to you. By the way, I would like to share my screen and show you something. I would like to show you the protagonist. This is Earl Karriedge. Just for you to put the name on the face behind the name. So if you haven't yet met him yet. And now I will be also giving you the names of the first users in the focus group. And I will start from the astounding results. This is Ms. Dorofeeva from Barkastan. And for me, this is a huge, astounding result. This is a person who had no prior experience at all. She was just an investor, and he had a dream of promoting Dr. Yunitskiy's technology, but not knowing how. And when she saw the Admix Reality, this is her interview, by the way, she was amazed she's sharing in that interview that she had 11 registrations in 5 days and 10 investments. Just imagine a person who had no prior experience took the instrument, started using it, and received huge result: 11 registrations and 10 investments. So please tell me in the chat, what do you think about it? 10 out of 11. And let me tell you right away that all those interviews are posted on Admix Reality YouTube channel. I will share the link with you a little bit later, or I can... No, let me do that later, when Maxim will be speaking after me. I will share the link to our Admix Reality YouTube channel. You'll be able to see that those interviews myself. So this is not kind of a made-up stories. Those are real life cases from real people. 11 registrations in 5 days, 10 investors. A person with no prior experience. Alfiya Dorofeeva thought that it's going to be very difficult to use it, and it turned out everyone can use it. And it is indeed so, and you will see it. So the key point is just do it. Just do it. And it's her slogan in life. And as you can see, the result didn't take long in coming. Again, for a person who had no prior experience in fundraising or using the app. Ivan Samusevich from Minsk, Belarus. Ivan has a systematic lead generation approach. And Ivan is not the first user, has been using the app for quite some time. He was an active user, then he took a break, then he started using it again because, life is life and you never know what's coming. And we never should stop moving, and we should share our results. And this is what Ivan did. When Ivan purchased a tablet to be able to use the app, imagine that. And he decided to make a tour of the towns and cities and countries that he wanted to place Admix Reality on, with a total distance of 3,000 kilometers. He toured 8 cities. And in the first 2 weeks of using the Admix Reality app, Ivan was able to reach out to 100 new people who never met him before, and who expressed their desire to learn more about UST. Now, please give me in the chat your feedback. Who of you, those of you who are actively promoting UST, who of you would like to achieve the results when you when you reach out to so many people you didn't know before who would be interested in your offer? Please tell me, would you like to get the same number, the same results? And then I will read your comments. So here's the modus operandi of Ivan: trust, showing, contact, deal. So he doesn't overburden people with information. Every person has its own, of course, procedure. So usually it's some kind of well-known places where he places Admix Reality, augmented reality, or some troublesome, congested areas. So this is what Ivan does. Places string transportation in congested locations. Oralbek from Kazakhstan. Very interesting person. He used Admix Reality to showcase the transportation to his friend. Also, he's been an investor since day one, and his presentation coincided with Dr. Yunitskiy's conference on RSW systems in April. June this year, in summer. So his presentation to his friend coincided in time with Dr. Yunitskiy's conference. And so his friend, saw the presentation, saw Dr. Yunitskiy's conference, and that person decided to participate in the global space conference in September. He purchased the ticket. And as Maxim says, it's a very important conference, a very important event on non-rocket space exploration. So Oralbek managed to convince a person to purchase a $2,000 ticket. You see how it works? You show them, you explain to them, and they make a decision. And they decide to go and meet the designer, the inventor himself. So we can move forward. Elena Samokhina. Next. First, use first deal. She says that she went out into the street just to practice how to use the Admix Reality app. She saw a neighbor, showed it to the neighbor, and that showing ended in closing a deal. And now that woman is paying an installment plan and already paid three installments. So she says that she was able to easily use the app thanks to the support from the focus group. And also she says that the content created with Admix Reality boosted her views on her channel by 30, 40, 50% compared to her usual posts. So Admix Reality created content gives better conversion, more views, and makes your audience more interested, your potential audience. So just imagine you're just playing around with an app and yet get such amazing results. You create content by creating short teasers that captivate people's attention, and they start asking you, what is it? What are you doing? I like to learn more. So is it actually going? Let me remind you, please do subscribe to Admix Reality YouTube channel. I will share the link a little bit later. So all those interviews are there, at least in two languages. Some of them are in Russian, English, some of them are in Hindi too. So watch those interviews. I recommend it because there are lots of different stories, life stories, and cases that will convince you of this tool being a game changer. And I'm not, again, just saying it. It is fact. Anwar from Uzbekistan, he's using the app on a daily basis. Every time he can, no matter where he is, he starts using that app, Admix Reality. One of his recent cases, he showed it to guests from different regions who visited his town. He showed the visualization. They saw the Admix Reality visualization. They got very interested, and they invited him to field trips. And he said, well, if you gather enough people for a presentation in your region with the visualization in your region, I will definitely come and do that and support you. As a result, those people who saw it were amazed, and then they started inviting that person for presentations to their towns and regions. Let me tell you even more. Using that instrument, you will not be just creating content. You will not just be using it face to face. It works both ways. You can also get amazing results when during any kind of presentation. For example, imagine a conference hall with 50, 100 people, and you can start visualizing it in there, in the hall, or somewhere in the open air. Because I know people traveling across countries and across cities and show it in open air as well. And when you use this technology, this app, in an open air it's just changes the rules. I told you it's a game changer. I remember Jolanta from Latvia shared her experience. She said that this kind of presentations, when you use Admix Reality and you use visualizations in actual locations where people live who attend the presentation, usually those presentations, instead of leaving the conference being skeptical, they start arguing where it would be best to implement that technology. They're saying there is a congested area there and there. Instead of putting it on this side of the road, it's better to put it on that side of the road. It's just a fantastic. It's a dream. Please do tell me if you are of the same opinion. Would you like to have the same experience? It would be really I would really be thankful if you shared my opinion, uh, you to share your opinion. I would like to share another case with you, not the recent, but it was a huge discovery for me when I started discovering new things that on which the Admix reality is based. And for me, that case, that story was of paramount importance. It was a cab driver, at the Uber driver. I remember he I was taking a ride and he took me to his neighborhood, close to his supermarket, and I visualized UST in his location, showed him how it could like, and that person was so engaged, so interested, so involved that 1 week later he called me, uh, kind of complaining jokingly, saying, "Why did I take you to my neighborhood? I can't forget about it." And I said, "Well, look, I called a cab and I went there where you live. It's not my fault." And he said, "Every time I go to my local supermarket, images of that UST visualized in my neighborhood come up all the time. I simply can't forget it. I see it like in my head. I see it move already." And he said, "I don't want to wait. I want to know more about it." So instead of waiting, he traveled 500 kilometers from Kiev to Odessa to talk to me, and he became an investor. It wasn't a big money. It was something around a couple of hundreds of dollars 6 years ago. But the whole story that he saw, he couldn't kind of forget about it. And then he called me. And that's something amazing. And by the way, this tool has been in development since 2017, and we've been testing it for many years. And we've been improving on it. And we've been using it despite the language barriers, despite the geographical doesn't matter geographically where we were. We used it in Berlin Expo, and remember, our partners were no, we were giving them tablets to visualize, and all they could think about is using that tool. And I remember when the day started, or days started, they and I came in late. They were asking me, "Dmitry, why are you late? Give us the tablet. We would like to see it." So this application is wonderful, but it's good for those who actually use it. It's good for those who know how to use it, who use our recommendations, who take in the experience that we share with them. Because for it to work, you need to use it. And I wanted to tell you one more thing. Did Maxim say today, do you remember this video? This video was created in order to show how a piece of land can look like, and bare empty piece of land using Admix Reality to show them here and now the UST technology and to make people understand how it can look like. And I wanted to tell you one more thing is that Admix Reality is a professional augmented reality tool created in close cooperation with UST Inc. And it is used by their team also to preliminarily visualize the transportation of the future in specific locations. And this particular case is an actual proof that neither me or Maxim went there. They just used our app, and it was all done by the UST Incorporated team. Now let me go to our focus group right now and show you what I'm talking about. What visualization means. I know that you know what it means, but I just would like to show it to you. Some of the things. Here's our focus group. We have 189 participants. Quite an active group too. And for example, this is the visualizations created by our members. Some people already know how to use it. Some people are still learning how to use it. So, can you see the visualization in full or in part? Let me do it this way, probably. Yeah, I think this is how you see it full screen. So this is a visualization created by Oralbek from Kazakhstan that I introduced to you today. So people are showing their results. They are showcasing it. This is Unilight that you already know about as the first commercial project. But as modeled, designed by UST Incorporated. As you can see, you can show people, for example, in on your table, on your desk, or you can show it in their yards, in their location, in real scale. For example, I made a visualization in my neighborhood, in my yard. It's Unilight, for you to understand that it was done with my smartphone. How do you like this? For example, this is another visualization. In my yard, in large scale, you see, against the background with the multi-storied building, you see with the animation of doors opening, showing how it works. And then we have some comments. It's just for you to understand what it looks like. The geography is quite interesting too. We have visualizations from Ukraine, Kazakhstan, India too, America, Europe, lots of incredibly many different cases that I can't mention them all. Also, we have people here sharing their feedback. Some of them purchased a new phone, and people with different backgrounds, different capabilities, also with limited capabilities, still all of them using this app to promote, to advertise our beloved technology, UST, that was created by Dr. Yunitskiy. And I would like to read out some other comments from the Telegram channel, like a social proof. Taras says that the features are very good. I liked it quite a lot, and I liked using that application. Taras is the person in the wheelchair. Gulnara from Kazakhstan says that Admix Reality is just the best tool ever. Well, it's the only tool, and it shows everything here and now. And we never engage in wishful thinking. We show how it is. We should never say that it's already there. We're telling people that it could be there, but we're using actual models, and all of it already exists. We just superimpose it, place it in the desired location. Andre says that a picture is worth 1,000 words. I agree. And every participant confirms that Admix Reality allows you to not even to say anything. You can, all you have to do is to show without, explaining things. Oh, someone gave me thumbs up. That's so cool. I didn't know this feature existed. And all people who use Admix Reality, they notice that it's better not to say anything at all. You just show it to them and give the other person the opportunity to get involved in the process themselves, to activate their own brains, and to allow them to start asking questions. Because the questions they're asking, what is it? Does it already exist? How does it work? Like Oralbek says in his interview, I recommend you watch it on Admix Reality YouTube. He showed it to his neighbor, and that guy was a senior citizen. He traveled a lot of places, and he said, "Do you want me to show you something you've never seen?" And he said, "I've seen so many things. I don't think there is anything I haven't seen." And then he showed him the visualization of string transportation in his yard. This guy literally had his jaw dropped off with amazement. And you will see it all, hear it all from our YouTube channel. Well, to sum it up, the main advantages of it is live picture instead of words. No explanations needed. No need to spell it out using leaflets. You're actually superimposing visualization in the actual location or through your tablet or smartphone. Investors and clients will see the technology in their familiar environment. The project stops being abstract, starts becoming specific, concrete, and creates interest. An immediate wow effect. 2 or 3 minutes will be enough for you to understand whether you will need to continue your conversation with the person. It deals away with doubts, engages emotions. Be ready that people will be very emotional about it. And emotions like, wow, what is it? And then you will have to pry your phone back from other person's hands because they will be so involved. Those of you who are here in our event, please tell me give me your feedback. Who of you already used or is using Admix Reality? Do you agree with me that my words are actually true? Because I don't want to pass for a liar to other people. I know I'm not lying, but please prove. Yes, and the application is works on almost on any device, modern device. It's intuitive, user friendly. You don't need to be a technically savvy person. You see, Miss Dorofeeva. Also, you can use it with even disabilities, like Earl. He is virtually blind, and he's yet able to use this app to showcase the technology. And it's a direct proof that the instrument works for everyone who would like to show it to the world. UST technology, I mean. And in conclusion, in conclusion, I would like to say this. Admix Reality is not just a tool. It's a life of style, new life of lifestyle. It's more than just a marketing tool. It's a business creative tool. It's a style of conversation. It's an absolutely new way of thinking. And every person who starts using it becomes like a conductor of UST ideas for their audience. And our audience is the business creative people community who would like to speak about UST technology in the emotional visual language. No dry presentations, only live emotions and impressions that will stick to people's memory from first seconds. And I would like to invite you to join the community of people who are already using Admix Reality, who have become an integral part of that process. To those who are already using Admix Reality in their business, creative process, and life. So in your hands, you have an opportunity to show people the future already now. And let me repeat it. Be ready to people being amazed and being ready to become your new partners. Sign up to our channel, follow the news. We will give the information about the enrollment into the second focus group, where you will meet in person many of those people that I showed to you today, their interviews. I haven't yet named everyone. We have a very active user from India, Suraj. He created a lot of content, a lot of interesting stories. He's so active that we're still waiting for the chance to make an interview with him and get his feedback. But I'm sure that if you subscribe to YouTube channel of Admix Reality, you will not miss that interview, I assure you. So subscribe right now. I saw the link already being shared, but we'll do it again. Maxim, I would like to pass you the floor, but before I do that, let me tell one last thing. Admix Reality is a game changer, and dear colleagues, it's just the beginning. Thank you very much, Dmitry. You have our gratitude for such a comprehensive overview of the results achieved by the users of this app, and I'm sure that many people present here who haven't yet tried that tool, you now are salivating, meaning like you have a big desire to start using it, right? You would like to have that tool in your hands and achieve the same fantastic results. Like Irma Yasmin wrote, Fantastico. Well, dear colleagues, what I wanted to add on my behalf here regarding this tool. So probably you have noticed that this is a multifaceted tool that you can use in different settings, in different aspects of your life, during your personal conversations with people you know, during conversations with people you don't know, when communicating with people in social media, when creating, developing your own social media brand. Also, you can use that instrument. The company itself is using that instrument to implement their commercial projects. That instrument is very easy to learn. You can literally see it from the example of Yelena, who went out in the street to practice the application, using the application, met her neighbor, and that neighbor invested right away and already made 3 installments. So literally, you test it yourself, and then someone will see you use it. They will come up to you, ask you about it. You tell them what you know, and here you go. You get a new partner, a client in your first line. You earn commission, and that person becomes an investor. And those actions are duplicable. Those new people will do the same. They can use their own phone to use that tool and use it in practice. It's again a duplication system, which the network marketing is all about duplication. It's easily duplicable. It's easy to repeat by anyone. And it can be mastered by a teenager up to a senior person who uses a phone, of course. It's a unique tool. There is no better word for it. And most importantly, dear friends, that is going to be available to every person who wants to promote the string transportation technology and attract new investors. is going to be available only on our platform, but at the same time, anyone can use it, no matter what platform you're using.